holidays? I hope they were good. Since you could not go out this time with your parents to any hill stations or to any other outside place, so I hope you have enjoyed your holidays at home and you were given some holidays homework also. Hope you have done that. And now we are checking your notebooks also. So very soon we will be returning. And those who have completed the work, it's very good. But then if you are left with some work, then please complete that so you don't lag behind. And now we are going to start with our July syllabus. But then before we start, let me tell you that we are left with 2 chapters from the syllabus of July. May, if I talk of. And we have to do chapter number 2 of geography and chapter number 2 of civics. Then we will finish with the syllabus of May. So after that only we will be proceeding with the syllabus of July. So let's start with the syllabus of May that we have left behind. So in my today's video, I will be taking up the chapter number 2 of geography, that is globe, latitudes and longitudes. In this chapter we will study what is a globe, what are the uses of globe, what is the shape of earth, which you have already studied. Then we will be talking of the latitudes, what are latitudes. Then we will be talking of longitudes, what are longitudes, and we will be also discussing some of the parallel lines that we have in latitudes and longitudes, or we will be discussing about the grid and many more things related to the topic, the latitudes and longitudes. So are you all ready for that? So let's quickly come to the topic now.
Our planet Earth, like all other planets, is spherical in shape. It appears blue in color when seen from space. However, had there not been a small model of this huge planet, it would be impossible for man to locate far-off places on it. 2 important tools used to study the Earth are globes and maps. The globe. A globe is a small model of the Earth which shows us its different features on a smaller scale. The picture shows you what the Earth looks like. A globe shows the exact location, shapes, and gives an idea about relative size of all the land areas as well as water bodies on the Earth. Water bodies. The large water bodies called oceans are shown in blue color. There are 5 oceans on the Earth: the Atlantic Ocean, the Pacific Ocean, the Indian Ocean, the Southern Ocean, and the Arctic Ocean. Continents. Large, extensive masses of land on the Earth are called continents. Asia, Africa, North America, South America, Europe, Australia, and Antarctica are the 7 continents on the Earth. Poles. The Earth constantly rotates or turns on its axis of rotation. This axis is an imaginary line passing through the Earth that points north and south. Look at the picture. The Earth has 2 poles. The northernmost point is the North Pole and the southernmost point is the South Pole. hemispheres. The imaginary line which divides the earth into two equal halves is called the equator. The area lying above the equator is called the northern hemisphere, and the one lying below it is called the southern hemisphere. Important lines on the globe and its structure. It is easier to locate places on the globe because of the horizontal and vertical lines drawn on it. Parallels of latitude. When we look at a globe, we find horizontal lines drawn on it running parallel to the equator. These are called latitudes or parallels of latitudes. Some important features of latitudes. Latitudes are numbered from the equator at 0 degree to 90 degrees north and south. The North Pole is at 90 degrees north and the South Pole is at 90 degrees south. The equator is the longest of the parallels. The parallels of latitude move towards the north and south poles from the equator, forming smaller and smaller circles. Special parallels of latitude. Following are 7 special parallels of latitudes on the globe. The equator at 0 degree. Tropic of Cancer at 23.5 degrees north. Tropic of Capricorn at 23.5 degrees south. Arctic Circle at 66.5 degrees north. Antarctic Circle at 66.5 degrees south. North Pole at 90 degrees north. South Pole at 90 degrees south. Meridians of longitude. The vertical lines on the globe which run from north to south are called longitudes or meridians. The prime meridian, the 0 degree longitude, divides the earth into two equal vertical hemispheres, the east hemisphere and the west hemisphere. Some important features of longitudes or meridians. Unlike latitudes, these lines are not parallel but meet one another at the poles. All meridians are equal in length. The prime meridian is located at Greenwich near London in England, 0 degree. Longitudes to the east of Greenwich are called east longitudes, E, and those to the west are called west longitudes, W. Importance of latitudes and longitudes. Latitudes and longitudes make a crisscross network on the globe. This is called a grid. These imaginary lines help us to locate a place on the earth both quickly and accurately. For example, locating Jaipur on the globe is not difficult at all. All we have to do is to find out the latitude closest to Jaipur which is 26.92 degrees north, and the longitude closest to it, which is 75.82 degrees east.
So dear children, did you get a glimpse of latitudes and longitudes? Did you learn about the shape of the earth? Did you know about the globe? That is just what? A model of earth. So I hope the concepts are clear, but then let us quickly recall the concepts that we have learned today one by one once again. So I'll start with the shape of the earth. What you have seen in the video is that the shape of the earth is spherical. It is spherical, just like a orange, we can say. Have you seen the orange? So it is just like a orange which is bulging at the equator. That means it is just like a balloon that is expanded from the sides, that is east and west, we can say. At the equator it is bulging and it is flattened at the two poles, that is the north pole and the south pole. It is just flat, and that is why it is called as geoid. G-E-I-O-D. So what is the shape of the earth called? Yes, it is called geoid because it is spherical in shape. It is not actually round as it was believed in the previous times, but it is spherical, that is bulging at the equator and flattened at the poles. So it is geoid. It can be again a very important 1 mark question, that what is the shape of the earth? So your answer should be geoid or spherical. And I have already explained with an example of orange that you all have seen and eaten also, and it is my favorite fruit too. Okay, now let's come to the another concept, that is globe. So now what is a globe? We have seen that globe is nothing but a model of earth. It is just a replica of earth, and it is very easy to carry, that we have learned in the importance of globe. And then why it is necessary? It is useful when we need to locate any place. So we can either locate it on the map or on the globe. So these are the two tools with the help of which we can find the any place, be it in India or outside country of India. That we will be doing in the coming videos. How will we locate the place? Like if we have to find where is New Delhi, how will you see it on the globe? How will you locate it on the map? So we will be doing that. Okay, next we have learned about the parallels of latitude. So what are these? Parallels of latitude are nothing but these are the imaginary lines. All these lines which you can see that are running horizontally from east to west and from north to south, that are running vertically. What are these? These are nothing but the parallels of latitude and meridians of longitude. The vertical lines that are running from north to south pole, these are known as meridians of longitude, and the horizontal lines which are running from east to west, these are known as parallels of latitude. This we have already learned. And how many parallels of latitude we have? It is total of 181, and meridians of longitude we have a total of 180 on one side, on the east side, and 180 on the western side. So total comes to be 360. And similarly 90 lines of parallels we have on this side and 90 in the southern hemisphere. So it comes to be total 181 including the equator. So this means parallel running lines are 90 above the equator and 90 below the equator. So it comes to be 180, and including equator, because it is also a parallel line, so it comes to be 181. And let me tell you that the distance at the equator is the longest distance. It is the maximum. If we calculate the diameter from equator, then the diameter of earth at the equator will be the maximum. And as we keep on moving from equator to the north pole, the distance keeps on decreasing. I will be showing the circumference of the earth, the diameter of the earth from the equator. I will be just showing it or sharing it with you. And similarly, if we move from equator towards the south pole, Similarly, the distance also starts decreasing. So it means that it is maximum at the equator. And this grid, what is it called? This network of lines which are just intersecting one another at right angle. And what is the degree of right angle? It is 90 degrees. So you can see that they all intersect at some point at an angle, and it is always 90 degrees. And so this network of imaginary lines, it is known as grid. So this much we have covered today in our video. I hope you have understood these concepts, and you will just watch the video again so that you can clarify all your doubts, and rest of the things will be doing it in our next video. So I hope you liked it. Thanks for watching.